Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you this week's tarot reading for November the 23rd through the 30th of 2025. Now, we all have been through a lot this year, especially the last 10 months. It was a mixture of stress, anxiety, and wondering what will happen next. Like we were all walking on eggshells, especially with world events and things like that. You don't know whether you're coming or going and that kind of thing. But this week, please enjoy your Thanksgiving time with friends and family. Heal old wounds and close out cycles, because next year promises to be a much better year, because it's a 1 year in the numerology of aspect of things. And so that means new beginnings, of redos, a fresh start, those kind of things. So let's take that in consideration during this week. Now, you are the bigger person. If you're any of the people that watch my videos, I know that you are the high vibrating people. You want to do good in the world. You want to become the best version of yourself. So it's a time to, even though we may not like to, it's better to mend fences than to oppose them at this time. Okay, so our first card here is the giveaway. Can you see that with yeah, there you go, the giveaway. Now, giveaways are, it's, just be grateful what you have. You may not have a mansion, but you have a 2-bedroom house or 3-bedroom house with a garage. I would like that myself. So it shows the universe that you've grown so much as a person, and you realize that every moment of time is precious. So let the people that how much you appreciate them, how much they have helped you in some way or another, and that you have helped them also. And, enjoy a helping hand, and smile. It's like I always say, and mark my words by this, okay? God watches everything we say, do, and be. So, and so when you give out good karma, and forgive people and be the bigger person, or you give somebody a gift that they weren't expecting. Maybe you're going to help them out on their rent, or you're going to help them pay for groceries this Thanksgiving, or something like that. It will be reciprocated. Just wait and see, okay? I've been through that myself, and it does come back to help you. So I always give, and I always try to bless people, and spend time talking to them if I have it. Now, this next card is the corn. And the corn it just represents tangible abundance, okay? So if you've planted many dreams, or your ideas or your wishes that you work so hard to do, pat yourself on the back. You're going to be blessed, and you're going to share your blessings, but always be humble if you win, say, a big sum of money, or somebody's going to want to partner up with you and they're going to be your sponsor. Be humble and be grateful that somebody sees your potential and wants to help you. Now, the next card here is the middle world. The middle world means that at this time it's best to play in, not to one extreme or to the other extreme, but in the middle, okay? And I reason this because of, times are changing like a drop of a dime. I mean, we had so many eclipses this year. We had so many, every month we have a full moon, a new moon, quarter moon, all of these things. And, it's just time to take the middle path at this time, and don't say too much, don't do too much, that kind of thing. And, we'll be ending retrograde period by the 28th of this month. I always feel it at least 5 to 10 days earlier, so I know it's coming, so I feel better about that kind of thing. So just know that, as soon as the retrograde ends, there's a shadow phase of maybe 3 to 4 days afterwards. And then you'll feel the energetic pull, and you'll feel better. You'll be more energized. You want to get up and go and do things. That's your all clear sign that things are changing and happening for you, okay? So just right now, just bide your time and enjoy that turkey and those cranberries. Okay, the next one is completion. Notice this snake, he's swallowing up his own tail. It's like making a circle. And that means it's like almost the world card in other tarot decks. It's the month of in November that is complete. We completed another cycle because this tarot reading, is until the 30th. So we've completed another cycle. We've learned lessons this month, and patient is the very theme of November and October was patience. And we didn't want to be patient. We wanted to get on with our lives and do things and all that. But with everything going on in the world, we have kind of like hesitated. And we're kind of fearful, but don't be fearful. It's all in the relationship and with the world and the universe and all these moon cycles. This year was just one thing after another as far as eclipses and grand trines and things like that. It's no wonder we're all kind of like skittish. We don't know what's coming next, and things like that. You've had some issues with career, housing, money in the bank, paying your bills, and you just want to move forward with your life, and it's you have to let go of all the negativity from others who are either envious or jealous of you in one way or another, and you can't figure it out. You're just a regular old person trying to do the best thing you can. And people are envious of that. And I don't understand that, but that's just the way people are. And what you have to do is just understand them where they are in their evolution, in their soul's evolution in life. So you just have to think that and just nod, smile, and walk away. Let them think what they want to. You just have to take care of the best version of yourself, The 2006, like I mentioned in the other cards, is going to be a much better year than in 2025. I guarantee you. I mean, you'll have a couple of issues during the year, but I'm telling you, it'll be so much better than 2025. Now, the next card we have is the Seer. I love that. Look at that. The woman being painted, and she has all the feathers, and she looks like a mystic or a medium of sorts. And the Seers, you've grown so much this year, so pat yourself on the back, and your ability to meditate and be grateful to Spirit has blessed you so much. And if you haven't done so and you don't know how, start practicing. Meditating. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, trust me. Just be grateful to Spirit, and you can see, being the Seer, you can see beyond reality and what it wants you to see. You've used your discernment, you've manifested that, you've realized so many things about the word discernment and how reality wants you to see one thing. When you use your discernment, you see another thing, and you go with what you see, not what you're told to be seeing or told to be believing. You see beyond the veil, okay? So, and that discernment within you is spot on. So don't ever doubt it, okay? And you seek, if you're like me, you seek beyond the truth, beyond what everybody else wants you to follow, dress like, be like, act like. And you know what? I just tell everybody, trust your gut. And if you don't know how to trust your intuition, which is what your body is telling you, learn to ground yourself, learn to meditate. Those are the key things. And trust me, the more you do it, the more acute your senses become, okay? Now this next card is the Owl. The Owl is the old wise one, knowledge, spiritual strength, education, things like that. And your situations now are perfect for you to gain clarity. New avenues are opening up for you. Jobs will start to present themselves. Now the government or the number crunchers all want you to know that jobs have increased such and such. But I tell you, I just don't see it. I hear so many people out of work, and so many people in need of stuff, and they're forming at food banks and things like that. So I just kind of question that. But if you've learned to ask the divine for help and assistance, you've meditated, You've become more realistic with your good points and your bad points. That means the shadow and the light sides of yourself. And you've come to accept yourself because you're going to really concentrate on becoming the best version of yourself. Things, doors, people will be there for you. They're going to offer you a job or know somebody who's looking for somebody, and they'll organize a meetup so you can meet the person and you'll get that job, that kind of thing. So things will start to open up for you. Okay. Now our next card is the Luminous Warrior. See how all those planets and the sun is rotating about this man. He's meditating. He's in touch with the universe and his own soul. And I tell you, you come into this world as a spiritual being, okay? Now, once, life takes over, you're more into life things like, money and career and partying and, buying that house, buying that sports car, that kind of thing. And you kind of lose sight of what's really matters, and that's your spiritual path, your relationship to the universe, to spirit. And as you become older, you become more aware of the need to reconnect with that spiritual side. Okay, so trust spirit to show you the way forward, the people to talk to, the people that you should trust. Okay, and that comes with prayer and meditation and asking the divine for help. And one of the things that I always say is, "Show me the way, Lord. Just show me the way." And that has brought me more answers when I allow Spirit to show me exactly where to go, what place to be at a certain time. It always, always, always works out. So I just gave you a good old hint there from 333 Lightworker. Okay, and our last card here is the Sun. We all like the Sun. It's one of the favorite cards in the tarot decks. And what you are now or becoming is in your own personal power at this time. So be a light for other beings, okay? Smile, talk to others, show people how much you care. And if you've been hibernating, it's time to show yourself to the world again, okay? So smiling is also a good thing. You're going to improve so much next year, you have no idea. No idea. So until next time, oh yes, before I do that, if you like this video, please subscribe and like, and if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is down below. And so if you like these videos, please do a like and a share, please, and subscribe. I would love it to have more subscribers on this channel. So until next time, this is 3333 Lightworker. God bless.